Fed rate cut bets lift BTC, TradFi frets over margin debt. Crypto Daybook Americas. Your day ahead look for October 27, 2025. By Omkar Godbole. All times ET unless indicated otherwise. The crypto market basked in a sea of green as Bitcoin BTC $115 for 80.69 flirted with the $115,000 mark early today, extending its 4-day climb from $108,000. The CoinDesk 20 index enjoyed a neat 2% uptick in the last 24 hours, while ZCPI and ENA dazzled with over 10% gains. The buzz is all about anticipation for a Fed rate cut this Wednesday and talk of the U.S. China trade deal, both of which seem to have spurred appetite for risk assets. The upswing is once again marked by wealth rotation. Short-term holders and big whales are scooping up coins from long-term wallets that have been steadily cashing out since BTC prices held strong above $100,000 back in June. Speaking of big moves, defunct exchange MTGOX delayed creditor repayment deadline by 1 year to October 2026. Sharplink Gaming made waves in the Ether market, snapping up a whopping 19,271 ETH, $78.3 million. According to blockchain detective The Data Nerd, that mammoth purchase shows serious confidence in ETH's potential. Meanwhile, privacy coin ZC got a bullish shout-out from the ever-bold Arthur Hayes, CIO of Maelstrom Fund. He's forecasting a meteoric rise to $10,000, a figure that makes ETH's current struggle to breach $5,000 look like child's play. On the institutional front, CoinShares reported inflows of $921 million into digital asset products last week, a hopeful sign sparked by softer-than-expected U.S. CPI data. Bitcoin led the charge while demand for XRP, ETH, and SOL cooled. Stablecoins stole the spotlight with some game-changing headlines. Western Union is reportedly piloting a stablecoin settlement system to slash reliance on old-school correspondent banks and streamline efficiency via on-chain networks. Over in Japan, JPYC Incorporated officially launched its yen-pegged stablecoin, JPYC, and Kyrgyzstan just joined the stablecoin party with its national coin, devised with Binance help. In traditional markets, the frenzied demand for leverage from retail investors, evident in surging margin debt and the record number of leveraged ETFs, emerged as a key concern, even as optimism built around easing U.S. China trade tensions. As Morningstar noted in an article last week, adding fuel to the fire are worries investors are taking on risk beyond what the market's fundamentals can support. Stay alert. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. For a more comprehensive list of events this week, see CoinDesk's Crypto Week Ahead. By Oliver Knight. Crypto Treasury Companies. Spot BTC ETFs. Spot ETH ETFs. Source, Farside Investors. Crypto October 27, 10 a.m. Kadena, KDA, Chief Business Officer Annalise Osborne is hosting an AMA on Telegram. Macro October 27, 10:30 a.m. October. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index. Previous. -8.7. Earnings. Estimates based on FactSet data, PayPal Holdings, PYPL, pre-market. October 27, 10 a.m. Kadena, KDA, Chief Business Officer Annalise Osborne is hosting an AMA on Telegram. October 27, 10:30 a.m. October. Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index. Previous. -8.7. PayPal Holdings, PYPL, pre-market. Governance votes and calls. Gnosis DAO is voting to replace subgraph-based voting with on-chain and beacon chain data, adding stakewise SGNO, OSGNO, support and improving voting accuracy while removing reliance on the graph. Voting ends October 28. Unlocks no major unlocks. Token launches October 27. Vultisig, VULT, launches its token. Gnosis DAO is voting to replace subgraph-based voting with on-chain and beacon chain data, adding stakewise, SGNO, OSGNO, support and improving voting accuracy while removing reliance on the graph. Voting ends October 28. No major unlocks. October 27. Vultisig VULT, launches its token. Day 2 of 4. Money 2020 USA, Las Vegas. The crypto market bounce ahead of Wednesday's Federal Reserve rate decision reflected across the entire altcoin sector, with the likes of ZEC $357.34 and ENA $0.5139 posting double-digit gains. There was also a notable rise in tokens issued in or before 2018 as BCH $562.65 and $52.01 both rose by 8% and 9.5% respectively, while Ether ETH $4.166.14 edged back into bullish territory with a surge past $4.150. The reversal in price action was not felt in two newly released tokens. Plasma XPL $0.3642 and Aster $1.0822 both collapsed further to the downside as waning demand could not stifle wave upon wave of sell pressure. Plasma initially rose to as high as $1.67 in the days following its launch, notching $3.3 billion in daily volume in the process. However, it now trades at 36 cents with daily volume tumbling to $297 million. Aster, meanwhile, is trading at $1.07, having lost 43% of its value over the past month. It was initially positioned to be a rival to decentralized derivatives exchange Hyperliquid, but hype has since withered away after concerns surrounding the legitimacy of trading volume on the platform. Bitcoin dominance ticked up slightly to 59.2% on Monday, up from a low of 57.1% 6 weeks ago, suggesting that investors still prefer the more measured gains of BTC compared to more speculative altcoin bets. The BVIV, which measures BTC's 30-day implied volatility, has dropped to an annualized 44%, nearly reversing the October 10th spike in a sign of ebbing market stress. The bias for derivative-listed BTC put options has weakened across all tenors. However, longer duration risk reversals still remain slightly neutral to bearish. The same can be said for ETH, although at the short end, the bias for ETH puts is still slightly greater than BTC. Last week, traders continued to sell topside calls on the CME to collect premium and generate yield on their BTC longs. Open interest in futures tied to most cryptocurrencies, excluding XRP, HYPE, and HBAR, has increased in the past 24 hours, indicating capital inflows amid the price rally. Although Bitcoin prices have climbed past their October 21st high, the total open interest in USDT and USD-denominated perpetual futures on major exchanges remains below the levels seen on October 21st. This divergence suggests that leveraged trader participation in the recent BTC rally has been limited. BTC is up 3.97% from 4 p.m. Eastern Time Wednesday at $115,343.39. 24 hours. Plus 2.51%. ETH is up 5.8% at $4,170.55. 24 hours. Plus 4.65%. CoinDesk 20 is up 4.43% at $3,835.89. 24 hours. Plus 2.34%. Ether CSR composite staking rate is down 5 bps at 2.82%. BTC funding rate is at 0.0032%. 3.504% annualized on KuCoin. DXY is down 0.12% at 98.83. Gold futures are down 1.92% at $4. 0.58.20. Silver futures are down 1.77% at $47.72. Nikkei 225 closed up 2.46% at 50. 512.32. Hang Seng closed up 1.05% at 26. 433.70. FTSE is down 0.06% at 9,640.23. Eurostoxx 50 is up 0.28% at 5. 690.65. DJIA closed on Friday up 1.01% at 47. 207.12. S&P 500 closed up 0.79% at 6. 791.69. Nasdaq Composite closed up 1.15% at 23. 204.87. S&P/TSX Composite closed up 0.55% at 30. 353.07. S&P 40. Latin America closed down 0.35% at 2.922.76 U.S. 10-year Treasury rate is up 2.7 bps at 4.024%. E-mini S&P 500 futures are up 0.87% at 6.86.25. E-mini Nasdaq 100 futures are up 1.27% at 25.833.50. E-mini Dow Jones Industrial Average Index are up 0.58% at 47,669.00. BTC dominance 59.84%, 0.33%. Ether to Bitcoin ratio 0.03614, minus 0.44%. Hash rate 7-day moving average 1125 h/s. Hash price spot $49.69. Total fees 2.03 BTC $229. 952 CME futures open interest 148,460 BTC priced in gold 27.4 Oz BTC versus gold market cap 7.74%. Ether continues to trade within a well-defined descending channel and below the Ichimoku cloud, indicating downside bias. A daily candle close, UTC, above $4,400 would confirm the dual breakout, signaling scope for a rally to $5,000. Coinbase Global, coin closed on Friday at $354.46, plus 9.82%, plus 2.69% at $364 in pre-market. Circle Internet. CRCL closed at $142.05, plus 9.39%, plus 2.84% at $146.09. Galaxy Digital. GLXY closed at $39.82, plus 3.16%, plus 5.12% at $41.86. Bullish. BLSH closed at $54.22, plus 0.65%, plus 3.43% at $56.08. Mara Holdings. Mara closed at $19.54, plus 1.66%, plus 4.3% at $20.38. Riot Platforms. Riot closed at $21.42, plus 4.54%, plus 3.97% at $22.27. Core Scientific. CORZ closed at $19.34, plus 7.09%, plus 1.5% at $19.63. CleanSpark. CLSK. Closed at $19.36, plus 9.59%, plus 4.05% at $20.15. CoinShares. Valkyrie Bitcoin Miners ETF. WGMI closed at $59.63, plus 10.38%, plus 5.65% at $63. Exodus Movement. EXOD closed at $25.43, plus 5.96%, plus 0.31% at $25.51. Strategy MSTR closed at $289.08, plus 1.46%, plus 4.04% at $300.76. Semler Scientific. SMLR closed at $23.96, plus 5.27%, plus 8.47% at $25.99. Sharplink Gaming. SBET closed at $13.92, plus 3.07%, plus 6.32% at $14.80. Upexi. UPXI closed at $4.91, plus 2.94%, plus 7.13% at $5.26. Light Strategy. LITS closed at $1.94, plus 3.74%, plus 6.19% at $2.06. Daily net flow, $90.60 million. Cumulative net flows, $61.95 billion. Total BTC holdings, 1.35 million. Daily net flow, minus $93.60 million. Cumulative net flows, $14.37 billion. Total ETH holdings, 6.71 million. Japan's new yen stablecoin is Asia's only truly global fiat-pegged token. CoinDesk. Because the yen trades offshore, JPYC backs redemptions with domestic deposits and government bonds, unlike won or Taiwan dollar tokens, enabling an on-chain US dollar to Japanese yen pair for decentralized finance. Milei wins mandate for free market revolution in Argentina's election. The Wall Street Journal in midterm elections, President Javier Milei's coalition won about 41% of the vote, securing at least one-third of both chambers, a blocking minority that protects spending cuts and fast-track decrees. U.S. government debt burden on track to overtake Italy's. IMF figures show. Financial Times because the federal government keeps running yearly shortfalls above 7% of GDP. U.S. debt is set to reach 143.4% by 2030, while Italy and Greece lower theirs with tighter budgets.